All right, the next fight up is the fight that opens up the main card in the UFC's featherweight division. A banger, a fan favorite fight, one of my favorite fights on the card, between Charles Jourdain, who comes into the fight with a record of 13 victories, 5 defeats, and 1 no contest, going up against the newcomer to the 145-pound division and a former bantamweight champion in Cage Warriors, and a bantamweight contender in Nathaniel, the Prospect Wood, coming off that impressive victory over Charles Rosa and coming into this fight with a record of 18 victories and 5 defeats. I like this fight. This is my favorite fight on the card. Like, there's some good fights here. There's some sneaky good fights. This is the one. This is the best fight on the card, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people are kind of sleeping on Nathaniel Wood's chances in this fight against Charles Jourdain. I think Charles Jourdain is a fantastic fighter. I think when it comes to being more explosive, I think the greater ability to get a finish, I would definitely side with Jourdain. I think he has the better power. He's more explosive. Jourdain is very crisp and very technical, but he kind of loads up on every shot that he throws. Fights primarily out of that southpaw stance. He's going to be looking to land that straight left. He's going to be looking to land the overhand left, switch into orthodox, and come over the top with the overhand right. He's very good at using that frame as he darts in to switch stance and then come over the top with the opposite hand. Very good switch stance overhands, switch stance straights. Very good intercepting straight left hand. Solid left kick to the body, solid left high kick. He's got phenomenal technique and really solid power in his kicking game. I expect him to look to chop the inside low kick against Nathaniel Wood, chop the left body kick, and chop the left high kick. I expect this fight to be pretty similar to the Casey Kenny Nathaniel Wood fight. You got a southpaw looking to chop those heavy rear body kicks, high kicks and low kicks. I think that's what Jourdain's going to be looking to do. He's going to be looking to put the pressure on Nathaniel Wood, land front kicks to the body, teeps to the body, left kicks to the body, cross left kick, cross left high kick, right hook, left high kick. I think he's going to be looking overhand left, switch stance, overhand right. He's going to be looking to throw power in everything that he throws. Now, Charles Jourdain is 13-5-1 overall as a professional mixed martial artist. If you go to, let me just make sure, because, the UFC, I don't want to throw shade at them, but their records on their website have been off plenty of times. They'll be off by 1 or 2 fights. And a lot of the times, you'll have the wrong records on there. So let's see. They've been getting better at it. It seems like they're figuring it out. But yeah, this time they're right. So 13-5-1 for Charles Jourdain. He's coming off that decision loss to Shane Burgos, who now is over at Professional Fighters League in the PFL. He's got one loss coming by way of submission, and that was to, what was his name? Julian Erosa. He lost via submission to Julian Juicy J. Erosa. He looked good in that fight, dropped him a couple times, but Erosa was able to come through. And then he's lost 4 fights by decision, the most recent one coming against Shane Burgos. A lot of people believe that, Jourdain won that fight. I could see you giving him the fight 29-28, but I still think Burgos did enough. His grappling, his ability to take the back, his ability to maintain control, lock in the body triangle. And it wasn't so much the ability or grappling ability of Shane Burgos. It was the inability of Jourdain to get out of those grappling positions that I think lost him the fight. Jourdain is a really solid fighter. He's very explosive. He throws everything with bad intentions. Every shot coming, your way from a Jourdain is heavy power. But at the same time, I think that's also kind of his own kryptonite. He's kind of his own worst enemy because he throws so hard with everything that sometimes he overextends, sometimes he overcommits, leaves himself open for counters, leaves himself open for takedowns, because he's throwing everything with so much power that all that windup and all that explosiveness sometimes knocks you off balance and either opens up a counter for your opponent on the feet or opens up their ability to shoot in, get a takedown, get a body lock, and work to take your back and take you down. Jourdain's been taken down plenty of times, got taken down early against Lando Venata, was able to lock up that guillotine choke submission in that fight, showing that he does have grappling in his own right. Got out grappled by Shane Burgos. He's gotten out wrestled and out grappled plenty of times in his career. You look overall at the takedown defense. He's got a, let's see. He's got a 51% takedown defense rate. No takedown accuracy. He's not shooting any takedowns. Nathaniel Wood, a 76% takedown defense with a 50% takedown accuracy. I don't necessarily expect Nathaniel Wood to shoot takedowns, but I do think that if Nathaniel Wood does employ the grappling, he is going to have some success here against Charles Jourdain. You look at significant strikes for the matchup, you have 5.58 significant strikes, 5.85 significant strikes landed per minute for Jourdain to 6.32 significant strikes landed per minute for Wood. Wood's going to come back with a 48% striking accuracy to a 50% striking accuracy for Jourdain. Jourdain takes a little bit more per minute, 4.31 to 4.19 for Nathaniel Wood, and he's 3% better on the defense. But to be honest, I think when it comes down to it, striking on the feet, these guys in a pure striking matchup, I think Nathaniel Wood is by far the cleaner and sharper striker. I think that Charles Jourdain definitely has more power. He's more explosive. If anybody catches anybody with a big shot and puts them down and hurts them, I would expect it to be Jourdain. But I think the straight shots of Nathaniel Wood, the beautiful left hook, the uppercut to the left hook, the 1-1-2, his ability to move left and right, move laterally, cut angles, get off on an angle, come back with the combinations, piecing his combinations together and stringing shots together. I think the prospect is definitely the side. He is the more sharper, clean, and technical guy when it comes to the striking. He's better on the floor. I think he's better with the takedowns. I think he's better with the jiu-jitsu. I think that he's definitely better in those areas. So I think this is a close fight because it's going to be, will the power and explosiveness of Jourdain cause more issues for Nathaniel Wood, or will Nathaniel Wood's ability to move in and out, move laterally, and come in with sharp, clean, technical striking hurt Jourdain as he goes to throw those explosive shots? Can he catch him off the counter? Can he counter Jourdain off that stance switch with a beautiful left hook? Can he counter him with the 1-2 down the center? Can he counter him with the 1-1-2? I think the power of Jourdain could be a problem. The kicking game of Jourdain is definitely going to be better. I think Jourdain definitely has the better kicks. One of the best kickers in the game, in my opinion, especially from southpaw. Left body kick, left high kick, inside low kicks. Very, very strong kicker. But I think the teep kicks or the front kicks up the middle, paired with his boxing combinations and the flow of the hands, is going to give Jourdain a lot of trouble. I think we're going to see Nathaniel Wood land that front kick or teep kick to the body early and often, use that to kind of feint, get off on an angle, move to his right, feint, shuffle step to his right, 1-1-2, back to the left, roll underneath, left hook, one uppercut, left hook, roll underneath, 1-1-2, come back up with a left hook. I think the overextension of Jourdain is actually going to cost him a lot in this fight, and I think that he is going to get caught on counters from Nathaniel Wood. I think Nathaniel Wood looked great against Charles Rosa, but you have to look at that from a stylistic standpoint and understand that Charles Rosa is nowhere near the striker of a Nathaniel Wood, so that was kind of a tailor-made matchup for him when it came to the striking on the feet. He was far and above the better striker. I think this is definitely a much closer fight. He's definitely in a lot more danger going up against Charles Jourdain here, but I still think he's the cleaner guy. I still think he's the sharper guy. I think he's going to have the speed advantage, but I definitely give the kicking advantage and the kickboxing advantage in total to Jourdain. But I think the overall mixed martial arts game, I would have to give the advantage to Nathaniel Wood. And I know a lot of people are high on Jourdain. They think he's going to be this great fighter, this amazing guy. But, he's 13-5, which isn't a terrible record. But I feel like people are kind of in love with how Jourdain fights more than in love with the performances that he puts on in terms of wins and losses. I mean, he lost his last one with a 2-fight win streak, lost the one to Julian Erosa, beat Marcelo Rojo, was in a draw with Josh Kulabau, lost to Andre Fili, beat Doo-Ho Choi, lost to Desmond Green. I mean, he went on a little bit of a win before he got to the UFC, but once he's been in the UFC, loss, win, loss, draw, win, loss, win, win, loss. Like, it's kind of been win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win two, lose one. He's kind of been hot and cold, and he really can't put it together. I think that if he does get this win here against Nathaniel Wood, it's a big win for him, but I think the technical ability, the sharpness, and the speed of Nathaniel Wood, I think really the technical skills in terms of the boxing and overall mixing up his game and the submission threat that he does have on the ground, if it does get there, I think it's going to be a little bit too much for Jourdain. I got to side with the underdog here in Nathaniel Wood. I'm going with the prospect Nathaniel Wood to defeat Charles Jourdain in his second UFC fight in the 145-pound division, going 2-0 in the weight class. I'm going to go with a 29-28 split decision. I think it's going to be a close fight, but I think that Nathaniel Wood is going to be the sharper, crisper boxer. I think he's going to have maintain range, control the distance a lot better, and you're going to see Nathaniel Wood start to pick apart Jourdain the longer the fight goes. If it goes to the floor, I think that Nathaniel Wood does have to watch his neck, but I also think he's definitely better in terms of the grappling and jiu-jitsu side. So I could see him hurting Jourdain on the feet and potentially locking him up in a submission, kind of like the Julian Erosa fight. But I'm going to go with it going to the scorecards, but I'm going to side with the underdog in Nathaniel Wood. He's coming in as a plus 120 dog. I'm going to go with the underdog here in Nathaniel Wood, the prospect to defeat Charles Jourdain via 29-28 split decision. I love this fight. Like I said, probably my favorite fight on the card, but I'm going to go with the prospect here to defeat Charles Jourdain.